In New Jersey, a preacher, along with his wife, who thought to have been well-versed in the Bible, discovered there was much more to learn. Let's find out how a conversation of faith led this couple on a life-changing path. Stacy Larkin has more on this story.
I started off young as a minister for other organizations, probably 3 or 4.
Milton White had been a preacher for a few different religious organizations for more than 20 years.
Started that when I was about 18, 19 years old, and I came under and they said they would teach me everything I need to know about church.
Through that time in his life, Milton's wife, Grace, also had other religious responsibilities.
He was a minister. I was evangelist, usher, Sunday school teacher.
Milton and Grace found themselves meeting Marcel, who would introduce them to something at that time they didn't know they were looking for.
I don't know how, but I ended up meeting a young lady that asked me, I see you're a minister by the pictures on your wall. And she said, do you mind if I give you something to read? Sure, why not? I didn't know what she could give me after I've been being a minister for over 20-something years.
Not expecting to learn anything new, Milton accepted a God's Message magazine of the Church of Christ.
I looked at it, I read it, and my wife and I decided, let's think about it and then go back and take a look at it.
Talking it over, Milton and Grace began their journey of learning more about the Bible-based teachings inside the Church of Christ.
All these years you're being told all this here things from the church, and then you go into the Church of Christ and it's totally different. No matter which brother comes up there to speak, the Church of Christ always backs up what it says through the scriptures.
Brother Milton, as a former Methodist preacher joining the church, proves that the teachings we uphold are true. And the Church of Christ is the true religion. When he heard the fundamental doctrines of the Church of Christ, the Iglesia and Cristo, he found out that what he preached from his former religion was wrong.
After fully understanding and believing in the Bible-based teachings of the Church of Christ, Milton and Grace were ready to receive the true baptism.
And so we found the real church, real Church of Christ. So we got hooked. We said, okay, this is it. This is the one.
Today, Milton, along with his wife Grace, join others in the Ecclesiastical District of New Jersey as they become baptized members of the Church of Christ. Led by supervising minister Brother Alex Reyes, those preparing for baptism were reminded of the importance of their membership inside the church.
But I thank God I'm here.
All the different experience, all the things that we went through, we know that this is the right place.
The joy felt by Milton and Grace for their newfound faith is the same feeling shared by other newly baptized members.
The Church of Christ gave me a better focus on true religion and the words of God.
I'm just really happy. It's been 7 years. I finally made it. I'm where I'm supposed to be. The church has been nothing but a blessing to be. It's an honor to be a part of this church.
As newly baptized members, Milton and Grace are eager to share the true faith they have found inside the Church of Christ.
I'm 71 years old as of today. It's important to be baptized in the way that he tells us to be baptized so we can tell others the correct way to be baptized.
As the church continues to grow in New Jersey, members here will keep sharing the faith they have found inside the Church of Christ. Visit incmedia.org, click on the Red Questions tab to connect with the minister of the gospel and learn about the Bible-based teachings of the Church of Christ. Stacy Larkin, Iglesia Cristo News Network.
Keep up with the latest news and inspiring stories of INC News World by hitting the subscribe button to the INC Media YouTube channel.